And my final, most outlandish hot take in Rainbow Six Siege is that. What's up guys, D-Libs here. Today I'm going to be going through a list of my personal hot takes in Rainbow Six Siege. Obviously the point is for you guys to disagree with my takes since they are hot. So let me know in the comments what you guys disagree with most, or maybe you do agree with me on something, so let me know if that's the case too. Now I have a pre-made list here that I'm just going to read off and give a bit of an explanation for each, so let's just go ahead and get started. First hot take, Fortress is a great map and should be in the ranked pool. When this map first came out back in Operation Wind Bastion, it was literally my favorite map. It was perfect for ranked, it had size, verticality, versatility, and it was kind of just like an unorthodox map that was nice to play. You know, it changed it up from the typical clubhouse or consulate style of map. I feel like this is easily the most forgotten about map in all of Siege, and it should definitely be given a second shot in ranked. Now moving on to our second hot take, recycling weapons for new operators is lame. Sure, I get it, if you're gonna have a new operator come in every season, you can't bring in a new weapon every single time. But the fact the last operator to bring a new gun to the table was, I'm pretty sure, Sense, which is just kind of crazy, and I feel like they could sprinkle in some variation and weapon freshness here and there. For example, Deimos with the next upcoming season is literally an unaffiliated operator, so it's not like you had to give him a weapon that is lore or region consistent. You could have introduced any new gun into the game. Instead, we have the AK-74M, which is just kind of, lame, and I guess we got the new revolver as a secondary, but whatever, Third hot take is that Ubisoft reworking maps is actually a great feature. So many people hate whenever Ubisoft goes through and reworks an OG map, but they do a great job and keep the game competitive by updating it. Next, one-shot headshots are a fantastic mechanic, and anyone who thinks Ubisoft should get rid of them is just wrong. Siege is a realistic tactical shooter game, not Call of Duty, and I would personally associate myself with Call of Duty more than I would associate myself with Siege, and I still hold this as very true. Each individual game is great in their own way, and Siege's uniqueness comes from that realism. Next up, Operation Void Edge was the absolute peak of Rainbow Six Siege. It gets a lot of hate for some reason, but it came out back in March 2020 at the beginning of COVID, and it featured Iana and Oryx, and both operators are fun, especially Iana. That's like the main fragging operator in the game right now. I can't remember another time where Siege was more enjoyable to play than that specific season. This one is gonna get me a lot of hate. Theme Park is the best map in the entire ranked pool. And no, I am not just saying this so that I can get your engagement. I truly believe this, and I have believed this forever. You can ask my whole stack about it. It has 3 viable objectives for defenders, and plenty of variation in ways to attack each, which is not something you can say for almost any other map in the entire game. There's viable breaching, there's viable verticality, it's a good size overall, and I just love it. Another map hot take is that Border is not a bad map by any means. In fact, it's a top 5 map in ranked. I have no idea what made people hate this map all of a sudden, like a year or maybe 2 ago, but it has that OG map feel to it, and it doesn't feel clunky or one-dimensional at all. It's just a good map. I seriously have no idea why people hate on it so much, so let me know. I really just don't get it. Next, Warden mains are useless. Unless there's a Ying or some kind of a smoke plant, you're bringing no useful utility to the team whatsoever. And even if there was a Ying or a smoke plant, as Warden, you will probably be roaming on the other side of the map anyway, so what does it even matter? The people that do main Warden and Siege are the same people that would run around with the 205 Brecci back in Black Ops 3. And yes, I'm still salty about it. Next up, we should not go back to Ranked 1.0. People asking to bring back Ranked 1.0 just completely forgot about all the tons and tons of issues that it had. Like when you played 40 games in the season and all of a sudden your MMR is barely going up by 20 anymore, and you're just stuck in your rank for the rest of the season, which was the most frustrating thing ever, and that's what created the problem with smurfing. I think that's one thing that Ranked 2.0 does a good job of. Like, we're at the end of this current season right now, and it's still rewarding to grind ranks because I can actually still move up. Now, don't get me wrong, the new system is not great by any means, but I think a Ranked 3.0 that combines the best features of each Ranked 1.0 and 2.0 is probably the only fix. I'm thinking about making a video of that, kind of just a conceptual idea of what Ranked 3.0 could look like, so let me know if you're interested in that. Next up, Dokkaebi is completely overrated. Her ability is definitely good, don't get me wrong, but no one ever uses her the right way or capitalizes on her ability at all, so there's hardly any reason to even use her. And it's not like her gun is really all that rewarding either. Removing the 1.5 times scope with the next season is a fantastic change. I think it was way too overpowered and way too overused. So far, far, everyone's hating on the idea from Ubisoft from the reveal panel, but I think it's going to be great in the long run. And my final, most outlandish hot take in Rainbow Six Siege is that at the current moment of me making this video, with all of the server connectivity issues in our rearview mirror at this point, the game is actually in a good state. Everything is running decently smooth. We have a new year on the horizon with more potential fixes to the game's cheaters and other balancing issues. I think for the first time, probably since Operation Demon Veil back in like March of 2022, Rainbow Six Siege actually has a positive outlook in my opinion. I know I'm gonna get crucified for that, so many people are hating on this game, but that's just what comes with such a passionate community for the game, so that's fine. I'd love to have some civil conversations with you guys about my hot takes, so let me know what you disagree or you do agree with down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.